All right, so now this is the one player that I actually couldn't wait to talk about because I feel like this young guy has been a scapegoat for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, when you hit scapegoat, you thinking about two players, maybe two. It's only two players you can really think of, maybe three, maybe three.
Who's the other one? Who's the other one?
Anthony Davis.
Go ahead.
That's the other one. So he started out his career with the Los Angeles Lakers. Then he played for the Brooklyn Nets. He played for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and now he's back in LA. I don't think I want to wait too long to introduce this guy. I'm talking about D'Angelo Russell, people. D-Lo. Yes, I'm talking about D'Angelo Russell. Why am I talking about D'Angelo Russell? Well, let's just say D'Angelo Russell has been a lot more consistent lately than what we are used to seeing when it comes to D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell this month is averaging 22 points a game. Now, he's not known to be a facilitator, so I'm not going to talk about him facilitating because that's not what he does most of the time. He's only shooting 77% from the free throw line this month. He's actually averaging 20 points per game this season. I think it's 18 points per game. Yeah, 18 points per game in the season. 6.2 assists, shooting 47% from the field, and only about 3 rebounds. But in this stretch of games, this is what D'Lo has been doing. So I understand the last game he played, he only had 13 points. But he had 44 points against Minnesota, where he was 9 of 12 from 3, 68% from the field. He only shot one free throw, so he was 100% from the line. Shooting, he was 17 and 25 from the field. He had 44 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists in that game. He had another game in this stretch where they played against OKC, another top team in the West. These are the 2 top teams in the West right now. Well, no, because I think Denver is now number 2. So 2 of the top teams in the West. He was 5 of 11 from 3, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He was 52% from the field, basically 53% from the field. He had 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Two games where they needed to win, and they won. Now, the 3 other games I didn't mention in this stretch, the 2 other games I didn't mention, he wasn't necessarily good, but he wasn't, terrible. He just wasn't, good. But there was another stretch before that. That's the reason why I also put him in the doghouse. He was a lot more consistent in the month of February. He averaged 20 points that month. These are the points where he averaged. These are the games. I'm going to name all the games and the points he scored in all these games. So first game, 16. Second game, 16. Third, 28. Right after that, he put up 30. Then he put up 21. Then 11. Then 18. Then 22, 20, 18, 22. So he was a lot more consistent in the last month. So he's played a lot better since they kept him. Because there were trade rumors saying that maybe he needed to be gone. They were trying to use him to get maybe DeJounte Murray, but teams didn't want him. So D'Lo said that he used that as fuel, and now he's starting to play a lot better and ball out in games sometimes. So D'Angelo Russell, I feel like you deserve to get some praise, some flowers, because they're always Laker fans are spoiled, but Brown fans are also spoiled as well. So that's usually how it goes. most of the time when you're with Braun and you don't play consistently, they're going to try to trade you. That's usually what happens. It's not Braun's fault, but that's just what happens in the NBA when it comes to playing with LeBron. But also, it's not just LeBron. It was Darvin Ham as well. Not necessarily he wasn't consistent with the lineups and stuff like that. He wasn't allowing D'Lo to play his game. D'Lo is a scorer. That's what he's always been known to be. He's not necessarily a facilitator. He can pass the ball. He has the ability, but we all know he's mainly a scorer. So this is what is necessary for him. He's played better, so I decided to feature him as the dog of the week. Tony.
My bad, I couldn't get the mute thing off. So he's been playing pretty well, right? 22 points a game over the last in March. 3.8 rebounds, 4 assists. He's shooting just a tad bit under 50% from the field. So he's playing well, right? But a lot of the things that has been said, a lot of things that have been said about him has been warranted. You know what I'm saying? They've been warranted. So you can't really come out there and say that, he's coming back and saying he's playing like the player they thought they had when they drafted him.
For those of you who are wondering why we're both laughing, we both have a great relationship with the person that we hear in the background. And it's like she's totally oblivious to what's going on.
And you need to tell.
But D'Lo, dog of the week. Welcome to the dogs. D'Lo